Okay, let's start. I'll have a sip of wine first. I've been drinking more. You know that song? I love it so much. Did you check on me? Woo. Now did you look for me? That's what it says. Well, I haven't been drinking a lot of alcohol, so don't worry about me, okay? Okay. In fact, I drank a lot of alcohol last year, but we're not here to talk about that.
Drop the roof and let the smoke clear. I got diamonds doing sissy slides in both ears. Dice rolling on the Las Vegas strip tonight.
Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Thando Hadebe. I'm a professional nurse, and if you're new here, welcome. Please like this video, subscribe, of course. We're on the road to 4K, baby. Maybe by the time you guys see this video, we'll be already on 4K, but I doubt, because one thing about my growth, baby, it's very slow but very consistent. Okay, so subscribe, like this video, and check out my old videos just to see what I've been doing or what we've been doing on this channel. I can't believe I'm forgetting my intro. You know, I vlog a lot, so I don't like say my intro on my vlogs. I only say it during my sit down videos. I don't know why I do that. Anyway, we're not here to discuss that. So as some of you may know and others do not know, like if you're watching this video for the first time, I am Thando Hadebe, professional nurse post community service, and I am currently unemployed. I'm at home looking for jobs. While searching for jobs, I am also like putting time into my content. That is why you guys are seeing this video right now. So yay, I'm so happy for y'all. Yeah, so yeah, I was on community service. It's a 1-year contract. I did my ComServe in Ladysmith Regional Hospital, which is in KwaZulu-Natal, and I'm gonna be talking about my experience throughout this series. I call it a ComServe series because there's a lot of videos that I want to talk about in this series, or a lot of videos that I want to upload, and there's a lot of stuff that I want to talk about, you know. So yeah, that is me. So if you're new here, you're welcome. Okay, make sure that you subscribe, guys. I would really appreciate it. The subscription is free. Anyway, on today's video, so like I did make like, okay, yeah, this is where I plan my content. All right, so on today's video, I did make like a few points on the things that we're gonna talk about, just so that I do not forget certain things, you know. Anyway, so we're gonna call those like my ComServe experience. Like I've already mentioned, I did my ComServe in Ladysmith Regional Hospital, and during ComServe you rotate 4 times. Okay, so in a year we've got 12 months, and then you rotate 4 times, meaning you stay 3 months in each ward, but it's not compulsory and it does not work like that for everyone. Sometimes you may find yourself staying 6 months or 4 months in the ward, or 5 months, due to staff shortages, you know, because we are in South Africa and obviously there's a shortage of nurses and the government does not want to hire. That's why I'm sitting here right now. Okay, so yeah, anyway, let's go to ward placements. So during my ComServe, I was first placed in Neonatal ICU, which I enjoyed so much. You know, when I was a student, I did not really like NICU. We didn't go to NICU, did we? Yeah, we did go to NICU, guys. What's happening with my mind? Yeah, but like when I was a student, I did not like that department. And then during ComServe, that was my first rotation. I was really scared, you know, because when you go into ComServe, first of all, you expect to go to, okay, people are gonna be like, okay, you're a nurse, so you should be knowing everything. But when I got there, really nobody was expecting me to know everything. And first thing that I realized when I got to NICU, that it was that the documents are different. So the documents that they use in KZN are different from the documents that they use in Gauteng. So already you need them to teach you how to write, what to write, about documents. So nobody was expecting me to know everything, really. And one thing that stood out for me was the friendliness of the staff, from the nurses to the doctors to the radiographers. Who else came to NICU? Yeah, NICU was that. And the operational manager, yeah, it was amazing, honestly, guys. I enjoyed that unit to a point that right now I feel like that's what I love. Like, from now moving onwards, I want to work in neonatal ICU because I enjoyed it, and I enjoyed working with the little ones. Like, me, Nane, as a person, and this is a preference, please don't come at me, okay? This is a preference. I prefer working with babies as compared to adults, you know? That's just my preference, because babies are easy to work with, but not compliant. They cooperate, yes, they cooperate a lot. Unlike adults don't cooperate a lot, and sometimes adults do wrong things, knowing very well they shouldn't be doing this. But it's easy to forgive them if we keep it drip. Like, it's very easy to forgive abantwana. So I prefer babies as compared to adults. So I enjoyed that unit so much, and I learned a lot. Guys. Yo. I learned a lot. You know, when you go into ComServe, that's when you realize school was just school. Like, this way you really learn a lot. Like, ComServe gave me an opportunity to learn a lot. Right now, if you place me in an NICU, I'll know exactly what to do, you know. One thing that was hectic for me was like medication giving. Medication yabantwana is not like yabantu abadala. You must mix it, and there's just a lot that goes into it. It's not like adults, and then there's calculations abantwana as compared to adults. So yeah, the medication was the difficult part. The intubation, having to intubate together with the doctors, malba assist, you know, because we don't do the intubation, we assist as nurses. So yeah, I never knew what to do initially, but now I know what to do. So yeah, with NICU I learned a lot, and yeah, the doctors, the nurses, everybody was just friendly. Like, it was the first time ngibasendaweni and then realizing doctors are not bad people after all, because when I was a student, baby, I don't know, I think it's a KZN thing, ne? Like, people in KZN are just respectful people. Like, bayahlonipha, bayamazi omunye umuntu. When they come into work in the morning, they're like, sanmonani, hi. In Joburg, you don't get that. Well, from my experience, I don't know if you're watching this and you're a nurse, sebenze Goli or wherever, and right, then yay. But where I was working as a student, it was literally the total opposite. Like, abagwaz, they just come in, put the file, like, they're just rude, you know. But KZN, Ladysmith Regional Hospital to be specific, they were amazing. Was amazing. Anyway, my second placement was a female surgical ward. Yeah, that ward was, you can already tell by my reaction. Okay, fine, it was surgical. I was like, you know what, it's ComServe, fine. There's certain departments that I don't like as a person, but I was like, okay, it's my ComServe, I'm here to learn, so ngizongena wodini and just give it my all. And when I was placed there, first of all, the staff was amazing. I loved them so much. Even till date, I love them. Literally everyone is just friendly in that hospital, guys. You'd think I'm lying, but actually everyone is just friendly, you know. Anyway, when I got to the ward, everyone was welcoming, and the work was not bad. It's something that I knew at the time, like from being a student, what we were doing in the wards. And then when I got there, I already knew like a lot of things. Also, being in NICU, I already like learned a lot of things, like using the machines and stuff. So when I got there, I already like knew what to do. The only downside about that ward was that I only worked there for 4 days, only 4 days with a professional nurse. Like, we were only 2 professional nurses on the team. So it was the PN that I found there and myself as a PN, 2 PNs. And then we had 1 enrolled nurse and 2 ENAs. So we were 5 in a team, and then the ward had 28 patients. It's a 28 bedded ward. And most of the time, that ward was full. And I only worked 4 days with this nurse, and then he went on leave, and then the rest of the days I was just the only professional nurse. So you can imagine, you are new in this ward, you're still asking Guti, where do I find this, where do I find that? And then you're already left alone, and then you're expected to perform the duties of being a PN. And being a ComServe guy is also like, I don't know if it happens with everyone, but unokuthuka phakathi, because whenever they tell you you're gonna be alone, you're like, yo, I hope something bad does not happen, you know, like I hope there will not be emergency somewhere. Like you just want your day to be perfect, just be a normal day, routine and then, you know. So it was that, and the first day was kind of hectic because we did have an emergency at 7 a.m. in the morning. You figure, guys, and then there was already an emergency, but I handled that very well, period. And since then, I've just been this confident person because I don't know, but it happens on the first day. See, when you are alone, something is gonna happen, and that's one thing as of being independent. That word taught me to be independent, because in NICU I worked mostly with professional nurses, and there was like only one EN, I think, in a team. Then all of them were PNs, but when I got there was 2 PNs including myself, and 1 EN and 2 ENAs. So it was a bit tricky, you understand. So one thing that Ward 2 taught me, or the female surgical ward taught me, was to be independent and just be able to function alone as a PN, and I'll forever be grateful for that. Initially I was mad. I was just like, why one? Because as a ComServe PN, I'm supposed to work under supervision, and nobody was supervising me, unfortunately. But the ENs and the ENAs were so helpful, guys. Like I can never thank those people enough, because they made that time for me. You understand? So yeah, what two? I also like stayed there for 3 months. NICU was 3 months, and then my rotation phela. Now the downside about rotating is that you get used to the people that you're working with. Like you form relationships and you have your work besties. It's nice. Like you, every time you go to work, you're like, okay, at least you know. Then you know you're gonna laugh. You know, it was always that. And then whenever I had to rotate to a different ward, it would be a problem because I'm already attached to these people, you know? So I always had those challenges. Anyway, my next ward was postnatal ward, and to be quite honest, I enjoyed postnatal ward. It was a breeze. It was not the best ward that I went to because I did have some challenges here and there. But guys, it was amazing. It was amazing. Like, wow, that ward, I still miss the people that I worked with in postnatal ward. Some of them are my friends, so you can understand why that ward was just smooth for me, honestly. One thing that made that ward easy to work in was the fact that we had staff. You know, that there was more staff as compared to the ward that I was in previously, which is the female surgical. There was more staff in the postnatal ward. The PNs were always on duty, so I was never left alone. Like I was happy to be there every day, you understand? So that's why it was the best ward. And one thing again, I realized that the documentation is not the same as the one that we have in Gauteng. So if you are watching this and then you are doing your final year, you're about to go into your ComServe next year, just expect that if you're gonna do your ComServe in a different province, expect that the papers are not gonna be the same. So you need to ask, like always ask, be a person who asks. And one thing about those nurses in that ward, they helped me a lot. Can you believe that the person who taught me how to write those documents was an ENA? Like, I love that word. Like, it was amazing. The staff, they are very funny. Like, you would be working and laughing the whole day because and they are very funny. They're very funny, and it makes umsebenzi ubelula. Like, I'll work and just like, oh, I'm going to see that person again. You wake up and you're like, yo, I hope it's bad because you know when they are there, it's gonna be a good day. You understand? So that's one thing about that ward. I enjoyed it so much. I love the people that I worked with, even though like people that I worked with were way older than me because it's nursing, guys. Nurses are old. Like every ward I went to, like umuntu omdala kunami, umuntu omncane kunabo bonke would be like 30 something, and then it's gonna be me, a 22-year-old. So you can imagine that age gap between me and the staff. But I wouldn't feel it. Like, they made me feel at home. Like, I would feel like I'm one of them because I was one of them. It was that nice, and it happened with all the wards, literally all the wards. And then, before I move on, with the postnatal ward, I stayed there for like 4 months. You know, it was supposed to be 3 months, but I stayed there for 4 months because of staff shortages again. Guys, one thing about government hospitals, there's no staff. Expect that there is no staff. The government does not want to hire, so there is no staff. The reason why I was left alone as a ComServe in the other ward for a very long time was because they do not have staff. So I had to be the sister in charge, you know. And I then moved to my last ward, which was a female medical / psych ward. Number one, let me put that out there. I don't like medical wards. I genuinely do not like medical wards because they're just a lot, and the people in medical wards are sick, guys. And yeah, sometimes I wonder why I'm being this, because I don't like sick people, you know. Anyway, I was placed in that ward, and funny enough, I loved it. It was medical and psych ward. Like, just we have psych patients and medical patients all in one ward. And initially I hated that ward because, number one, it's a 48 bedded ward. It's the biggest female ward in the hospital. Has 48 beds. Most of the time that ward is full, and then we were like 2 PNs on duty. Again, you guys get me? 1 PN. So before me, it was just sister I1, and then that sister must be in charge of the whole unit, a 48 bedded unit. You understand? So it was that sister, 2 ENs and 2 EN8s. So there were 5. And then I came and added, and then we were 6. You know, so it was 2 from each category. And I enjoyed that ward, you guys. I feel like one thing that makes work easy and one thing that makes work nice is the staff. If you're working with good people, you're gonna enjoy being at work, even if it's not like the ward that you prefer, but you will enjoy being at work. Like, you'll wake up every day and be like, okay, at least I'm going to work with people who are nice, people who make work easier. Like, you also caution what you don't like that specific department. Like, I enjoyed medical ward, guys. I'm not gonna lie. And again, I feel like you guys are not gonna believe me. People in that hospital are the kindest people ever. Kindest people ever. I've never been in a hospital in Abandaba kind. They are all kind. They're all welcoming. Malfiga, everyone is welcoming. Everyone is willing to teach. Everyone is just like, okay, as a professional nurse, because as much as you are a ComServe, you are a PN. You've got the epaulets, baby. So they give you indawo yako. That's one thing. As old as they are, they will give you indawo yako. And that's one thing I really appreciated about that hospital and those people. Like, if I could, when my contract ended, things will happen now and go wherever I'm gonna be, because I'm really anxious about like indawo sevenza kuyo and the kind of people I'm gonna work with, especially after working with such amazing people, you know. Like, everyone is amazing, guys, and ladies and everyone, from the lowest ranking people to the highest ranking people, everyone is amazing. And that's one thing that made my ComServe easy. And I just hope even you guys who are gonna go into ComServe, whether you're a nurse, you're a doctor, you are a radiographer, whatever that you are, I just hope that you go into a hospital that has nice people, because I know how people can make a working environment either horrible for you to a point that you hate your job. But doing my ComServe in that hospital made me realize how much I love my job and how much I love being a nurse, you know. So yeah, I'm just checking if I talked about everything, you know. Anyway, yeah, so Yeah, one thing I also wanted to talk about was the fact that we were working in teams, you know. So you see how in other hospitals, like, or in other wards, because it can be like the same hospital but different wards have different shifts. Abanye, like, you get to work with everyone in that ward, but with us we literally had 2 teams in each ward. Like, wherever you go, you're gonna find a team, and if they put you in that team, those are the people you're working with. So when my team is working, the other team is off. When the other team is working, we are off, just like that. So yeah, I also thought like working weekends is gonna be hectic. It was not. I actually enjoyed working weekends, because who wants to go out every weekend? Who wants to go and spend money every weekend? Definitely not me. So I loved working weekends. Like, I can do 2 weekends in a month and then be off the other 2 weekends. It was honestly like workable. Those shifts were very nice. I enjoyed the shifts, I enjoyed the staff, I enjoyed everything about that hospital. If I keep on my posts, I'm gonna apply. That's how much I enjoyed that hospital. Even the management, like the matrons, they are amazing. Guys, I'm sure some of you don't believe me, because everyone is just amazing in that hospital. When I tell you that people are amazing, they are kind. Even people who are not Zulu people, but because bafika lapha and then they realize, oh, ngiyabingelelwa lana. When you come in the morning, you must say hi to everyone. Oh, you understand? Like, it's not tense. You don't feel like you're at work. So point you go to me, I haven't made friendships. You know, I've got friends who are nurses, friends who are radiographers, friends who are physios and doctors, and I love that for myself. And it was easier to have my friendships because everyone is nice, you know. So I would 100% recommend Ladysmith Regional Hospital if you want to do your community service in a place where you're gonna be given a chance to learn and no one is gonna be rushing you and expecting a lot from you. Then I would definitely say put Ladysmith Regional Hospital as one of your options. If you can, put it as your first option. As much as I did not like the nurses home, because it's very shitty, I'm not gonna lie. The nurses home is very shitty, okay? Yeah, but giyahlalega, that's all I can say. Giyahlalega, and 1 year is not a very long time. Skhathi siyaphela, guys. And yeah, so it's a good environment to learn. Like, yeah, it's a very good environment to learn. And yeah, I just hope you guys mangabe choose hospitals when you go to places where you've got nice people who are gonna have your back, people who are not gonna be mean to you, people who are gonna be patient with you, people who are gonna be kind to you, and yeah, people who are gonna be welcoming and not make you feel like an outsider just because when I speak this language, then just because when I'm from this place, then they're not like that. They're very nice people, and I believe there's more people out there, more nurses who are like that out there. And yeah, that is basically my experience summarized in this video. I didn't want this video to be too long. I hope it's not too long because I talk a lot. You all know that. I talk a lot. So yeah, but that is basically my ComServe experience. It was amazing. If I was given a chance to choose hospitals again, I would definitely choose Ladysmith Regional Hospital without a doubt, guys. Without a doubt. So yeah, that's it. And good luck to everyone who's gonna be going into ComServe next year and people who are doing ComServe this year. I hope you guys nizobarayiti. Just be patient with yourselves, okay? Don't put too much pressure on yourself, you know. Don't expect a lot from you. Just take each and every day as it comes. And yeah, people are patient. People are gonna be patient with you, and you know, one thing I realized was, you just need more practice and you'll be good. So yeah, that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please like it, comment, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I will definitely see you guys on my next upload. Bye bye.